Hi guys, I'm Lauren from Hearted Deborah. If you've never been to hearteddeborah.com or only a few times, I love to write about parenting and share my experiences and just connect with other moms and encourage each other in this journey in parenthood. And you may have heard me say before, but I just absolutely love toddlers, like the 2, 3, 4 stage. I just love it. There's something about it. Just hearing them talk and becoming more independent. It's just so exciting, and it's been my favorite stage so far, but this was not always the case. And when my daughter, she's our first, had just turned 2, there were so many moments where I just felt kind of lost and like, what am I doing? And I really found in my head, like, am I gonna make this? It was so much harder than I thought, and I was at a loss. There were days where I just lost my temper and I would yell at her and then she would cry and yell, and it was like, okay, we're getting nowhere. And there's this one moment that really just sticks out in my head as like this pivotal turning point. And my husband and I and my daughter were at this outdoor shopping mall. I was in my 3rd trimester, pregnant with our son. It was a busy summer day. There were lots of people. I think we were picking up some clothes for her, and we passed by this ice cream store. And she asked for some. And a lot of other times before we would just be like, no, not today, maybe tomorrow. And it was fine. She's like, okay. Well, today was a different story. She was not okay with it. We told her, no, we're not going to do it. And she just absolutely lost it. Like screaming, crying, throwing herself. Her body went limp. I don't know if your kids have ever done that, but it's like impossible to get them to walk, right? And we still had a pretty good distance to get to our car. So my husband ended up carrying her to the car because she just would not walk. Her body was limp. And we got in the car and we just looked at each other and we're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Like, we need to do something. We need a plan, like this is not working. And that was really embarrassing. And now I probably wouldn't care as much if my kids had this outburst, but it was like the first time my daughter ever melted down in public. And I just felt like I got red, I was embarrassed, I didn't know what to do. I just felt like everyone was judging me, even if that's not the case. So my husband and I were like, all right, we need to come up with a plan. And I went back. I had a background in school psychology, and I learned in grad school all of these techniques for like behavior management and classroom management. I used to help teachers and parents all the time. So I was like, all right, I need to go back and look at this and refresh my memory on what works. And so I went back, read all of the material again. I read dozens of parenting blogs, listened to podcasts, read parenting books. And before, it was kind of like I was picking and choosing strategies, and like maybe would try it for a day and it didn't work, and then I would try something else, and it was just really inconsistent. But I felt like after I did this, after that moment of like, all right, we need a plan, and doing all this research, I finally found a way to parent that I felt confident in, and I didn't feel like I was constantly questioning, like, am I doing this right? Am I a bad mom? Though there are still some days where I question. And I don't want to say like my kids never have tantrums anymore, but I feel like I found strategies and things that my husband and I both feel good about. Like, we have this toolbox now that we can pull from when our kids are just losing it, and we feel like we can, manage their behavior. So I also used to question too, though, like, am I emotionally scarring my kids? Like, am I hardening their hearts? That was like something that I still kind of worried about. But I found ways to deal with that too. So if you come back tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing that in my next video, how we can discipline without hardening our kids' hearts. But I want to hear from you right now. So either comment below or hit reply and just let me know, how do you deal with the public tantrum? Like, what are your strategies? How do you just try to get out of there as fast as you can? Or do you feel like you don't know what to do? So let me know your experiences and how you handle it and how you maybe avoid it in the future. And I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow.